Hey guys, this is Carnival Asylum here, and this is how to play Winston. I'm making this because I've been seeing a very sharp incline of people playing Winston, but not to their best capabilities. So, this goes out to you guys. When you are playing Winston, he is very squishy, and he doesn't do the best damage. He does very low damage, but he does it very collectively. So if you have 3 enemies, like at low health, you can easily mow them down. Winston is like, how can I say? He's like Torbjorn. If he is not kept in check and focused, you're going to have a bad time. But with Winston, he can take care of himself pretty easily. The only characters that you cannot face against, just plainly, is a Sombra near a health pack or a Roadhog or a Bastion. Reason being is because Roadhog can outdamage you, outsustain you. Bastion just outdamages you and outsustains you. Those are just the two things that they have over you that you just can't compete with. Since you do die a lot, you have to be careful. So that's why you have your jump to get away. He is very hard to catch, and you don't want to be near him when he jumps because that jump does 50 damage. When you want to initiate a fight in the back line, so let's say in the start of the match, you don't just go right ahead with your group. You're going to have to wait a couple seconds before you actually engage. Reason being is because you're going to have to wait for those two front lines to actually fight each other. So you have the back line just doing their job. Well, that's where you come in and kick their ass and kill their back line. Meaning you're supposed to get in, get out, and you have the large health pool to actually do that. You're not as mobile as a tracer, but you die as fast as one. Your shield isn't always reliable. It's a poor man's Reinhardt with a too big of a cooldown. 13 seconds is not respectable. I would say probably less, but that's just me bitching. But yeah, if you can use your shield if you can master your shield, you can take on DPS of any caliber. You can take on a Reaper, a healing what is that fuck boy? 76. If you can, yeah, you can kill a 76. If you just place down your bubble, and he placed down his little thing, you can now sustain him easy. It's not that hard. Reaper, he isn't a hard counter. Well, he is a hard counter, but he isn't like a permanent counter. Roadhog, Bastion, and a Sombra is your quote-unquote counter. So with that being said, you're going to have to be a lot smarter when you play him. Now, when people say, "Oh, you don't have to aim," that doesn't require any skill, I say otherwise. Symmetra, she doesn't take any skill. You place down turns to get your ult charge, you get your teleporter in less than a minute in the match, and then you just win. Yeah, that's what I have to say against Symmetra. I'm very biased against her. She can go fuck off. Anyway, Winston's damage isn't like Symmetra's as it scales, but it's something that harasses them where they have to pay attention to you. Because they can't run away from you because you can jump to them. They can't get away from you. What they'll try to do is kill you. Which does suck. But if you can play Winston right, then they can't kill you. Because if you can use your bubble effectively, a Reaper or a Soldier, they can't deal with you. And then you take them out of that situation by killing them. And also, if you can capitalize on his jumps, that's mainly getting to tricky places that normal people can't get to, then you're doing a good job. But that's only half said. That's mainly getting to a objective time quicker, or doing things a lot more effectively than just going around. Because with Winston, you have to think not on a 2D scale of I'm just going to walk around the map and just play it as I would. You would have to play it like if you were a Pharah. A Pharah and a Winston, what they have in common is that they can think on a three-dimensional scale, meaning they can think of what they can get to on above, and they have a lot of mobility. That's what happens. When you don't, you're on that horizontal scale. So when you go on that vertical scale, that's when things get interesting. And when you can master that, you can easily own a lot of people because they're just thinking two-dimensional. When you can think in the third dimension, you can get to spots where people don't get. It's mainly you're outplaying them. They can't deal with you, so they just die. When you can't deal with a Pharah, guess what happens? You die. You get bopped off because she knows her environment better than you can. With the Winston, if you know where all the health packs are, and you know where to go, then they can't fuck with you. And also, you need to learn that if you cannot kill your target, harass them and then just get the hell out. Poke and prod them. When you can use your shield, think about your shield being an extension of yourself. Meaning, you have more flexibility because, hey, the shield protects me and I can now sustain my target. Which is what you should be doing. You may not outdamage them, but if you can outsustain them, they cannot kill you. Your Tesla cannon, yes, you don't have to aim with it, but that's not the point. You're supposed to just stay on your target. And if you can remember these 3 points about the Tesla cannon, you're going to be improving your gameplay, not tremendously, but you're going to just have a overall better understanding. And that's the Tesla cannon does low damage, so you have to remember, don't overstep your shit or you'll wreck your shit. And it can lock on to multiple people, so you're going to do more damage collectively, and it can go through shield. So to recap on everything that I've just said, if you can just capitalize on your jumps, getting to higher places, or flanking from different areas that they don't suspect, then you're doing a good job. Do much damage as you can before you start shocking them, and just use your shield well, and you're going to have a better time using Winston. So, with that being said, enjoy the rest of this video. Carnival Silent signing out.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyways, thanks for that.
I would like to apologize beforehand because there are some parts of this video where it is a bit choppy on the commentary. And that's because I fucked up talking and I couldn't stop stuttering. That's mainly just me defending myself if I can't commentary for shit. So, see you guys again. Signing out.